Now, I know that you guys up there can see who these people are.
That's
in here,
true.
I know that you can see them.
That's true.
So mark their face as well. Okay? And now consider, what are each of us as individuals going to do about this? What are each of us as individuals going to do to live our own soul plans? And all of us who are having this conversation here have the soul plan to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. That is the soul plan of the non-physical. It is.
That's true.
What are each of us going to do to make this right?
It's so quiet.
It is, but this clog is still here.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Big heavy clog.
Let's grab it. Crush it. They hate that. Burn the intention to burn on truth. They're just really hunkered down, like in a nuclear
Basement.
bomb
That's true.
shelter.
That's true.
And I can see it rocking. It's like rough seas, but
That's
they're
true.
still in there. I'm streaming it up. This is what those people are doing. You can see that, right?
That's true.
Don't think that there's going to be an easier opportunity for you to live your soul plan. We all want to think that. I know I do.
I do.
But the easiest opportunity is always the one that's being presented to us right then.
That's true.
The opportunities that come after that just get harder and harder. Because why is that? Somebody's asking. It's because the situation is continuing to deteriorate.
That's true.
For example, they still want to put 3,500 acres in Manatee County rezoned from agricultural to phosphate mining,
That's
even
true.
though a month ago 200 and some million gallons of radioactive waste from phosphate mining got dumped into the Floridan aquifer,
That's true.
not 50 miles from where they're proposing to do it again.
That's true.
But now, in order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do, what now? And somebody also is talking about the glaciers in the Himalayas are now melting at an impossible rate, and the
That's
scientists say we don't have any explanation for how this is happening.
That's true.
And if they didn't have the photo images that prove that it happened, they would deny that it happened.
That's true.
But it's happening, and everything is happening just like the information has been coming in, that it's falling apart so much faster than the, quote, scientists, unquote, acknowledge.
That's true.
What now? In order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. Somebody's making the point. They're saying, how do we know when a soul, a presence, actually believes that they're really being helpful? We know from watching a couple of people who've transitioned recently,
Yes.
who really believe that they're being helpful. They expected a hero's welcome
That's true.
when they have the conversation, because we're all going to die. There's no escaping that. Death is
That's
simply
true.
transitioning from one dimension to a less dense dimension. And then there's the conversation, where we're held accountable for what we did with regard to our original commitment to the life.
That's true.
We come into a life with a purpose. When we check out, it's like, well, here were your objectives for the life. How did you do? What did you do on the objectives? And we were watching some gentleman check out, and he was positive that he had hit the gong.
That's true.
And he really expected a hero's welcome and high fives all around.
That's true.
When we had been telling him for more than a decade, look, friend, that's you're missing it. You're missing it really big time. That
While
is
he was still in his physical body.
while he was in his physical body, and he was very angry about that and did not want to have that conversation. It didn't
That's
go
true.
well. And now he's checked out of his body. That body is finished.
That's true.
And he's had the conversation, and it has not gone like he thought it would. Not at all. But he thought he was being helpful because he expected the hero's welcome.
That's true.
Now I don't hear anything at all.
It's totally quiet.
Maybe we ask for a show of hands. Who expects a hero's welcome? Because that's going to reveal where we are on that vast bell curve of intention and awareness.
I don't see any hands up.
It's interesting. We don't think that, we don't know how it works for a body that's just a portal for other souls.
That's true.
None of the souls who are here currently expect a hero's welcome.
No, nobody over here right now expects a hero's welcome. Like, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. It feels like I have messed up so thoroughly,
so bad,
from start to finish.
That's true.
Just a continual stream of errors, like the guidance counselor used to say to Asha.
That's right.
Am I wrong again, or am I still wrong?
That's true.
Was there ever a moment when I was doing what I was supposed to do? Correcting the errors for the month of September that ends tomorrow.
Tomorrow night at midnight. Ooh.
There's so much panic when we get to that stage of correcting the errors for the month of September that ends tomorrow night at midnight.
That's true.
Now's the time, friends. Go for it like your hair is on fire.
Correcting the errors for the decade of 2010.
I'm skipping the decade.
That's true. Multiple times now, the decade is the one they try to jump.
Well, it's so inconvenient to see what they've been not doing this past 10 years that these assignments are almost up. It's
true.
Almost the year of 2017.
That's true.
January 17th, 2017
That's
is
true.
the assigned deadline by which to have manifested the divine plan.
That's true.
It's almost up. I see no divine plan manifesting.
No, I don't see one.
All I see are people struggling against it.
That's true.
Correcting the errors for the decade of the 2010s. Well, friends, this is how it piles up. You still have so much that you're supposed to have done in September,
true.
and you have a day and a half to do it. Go for it like your hair's on fire and really try and blast through it.
That's true.
And you'll maybe be surprised at how much you can accomplish. But if you quit now and say, oh, well, it's too late, that's how you end up having the panic about the deadline that you guys were having just a couple of minutes ago.
That's true.
And now wrapping the work, aiming up through those portals. And I'm aiming through the ones open and closed because I know where they are. It's
That's
too
true.
late, friends. We already know where you are.
That's true. Saying to the closing process.
Assume that they intend to block you.
That's
And
true.
fight for it like you really want to get to a consistent source of significantly higher vibrations, and that you're going to have to pass 1,000 tests to get there, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it because when you get there, you'll be to a godly divine presence for real, not for pretend.
That's true.
Go for it like your hair's on fire and your life depends on it. Somebody's asking, what is the difference between the closing process and the winged messengers? The winged messengers are carrying a message. The closing process is a message.
That's true.
And what does that do? It means there's no way to put it down.
That's true.
We can't escape what we are. We can't escape our destiny.